The brutal attack on civilians in Pahalgam, Kashmir, shook the entire world. We've got the reactions pouring in from different world leaders as well. But many experts have quickly pointed out that there was something eerily familiar about it. Let's talk about that. Observers have highlighted striking similarities between the Pahalgam attack and Hamas's October 7, 2023 attack assault on Israel. In both the cases, innocent civilians and tourists were targeted. Victims were in fact summarily executed without given any prior warning. Now, Israel's ambassador to India, Reuven Azar, has made some startling revelations here. Let me quote him. He said the Pahalgam massacre is linked to October 7th Hamas's attack. There are similarities between the Pahalgam attack and October 7th. Innocent tourists were enjoying their vacation in Pahalgam just as people were celebrating at a music festival in Israel too. The terrorists are collaborating at all levels and trying to be copycats of each other. This is something very startling, something very striking that has been touched upon by Reuven Azar. Now let's also talk about the investigations. They have revealed that 2 months before Pahalgam massacre, senior Hamas leaders met Pakistani terror groups in Rawalkot of POK. The rally on 5th of February 2025 was attended by Hamas leaders Khalid Qadomi, Naji Zahir, Mufti Azam and Bilal Al-Salat. Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists and nearly 100 foreign militants were also present at this event. Hamas leaders wore shawls bearing Pakistan, Hamas and Palestine flags, linking Kashmir's terror campaign to their own operations against Israel. Hamas teams also visited Jaish-e-Mohammed headquarters and Pakistani army facilities. If that's not striking enough, what else is? Following all of these revelations, Israel has once again urged India to formally classify Hamas as a terrorist organization. While India has condemned the October 7th attacks and stand in solidarity with Israel, Hamas is yet to be officially proscribed under Indian law. The fresh evidence linking Hamas to terror activities that transpires in Kashmir has now brought fresh focus on this demand. Let's take this chat forward because something very striking has just come to our notice. Defense expert Major General Ashwani Sivaj is joining us here on broadcast. Major General Sivaj, it's extremely striking what has been in fact highlighted. Hamas leaders met Pakistani terror groups right before Pahalgam terror attack a couple of days ago. What do you think about that? Your opening statement, sir.
No doubt about that. 2-3 similarities between what has happened on 7th October in Israel and what has happened in India now in Pahalgam. First of all, it was a genocide on both sides. It was very brutal. And second thing is Hamas leaders have come in POK, in Rawalkot. They have met this Lashkar-e-Toba, Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists. They stayed there for 4 to 5 days. Possibly they have trained also these militants. So therefore, there is a total connection between Hamas and also this Lashkar-e-Toba and Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists which have committed this crime. Another very important thing is that it is again on the religion. There, as far as Hamas is concerned, they are against the Jews. So they basically taken a revenge on Jews. And here you see it that these terrorists, they have basically non-Muslims. Anyone who could not recite Kalma, that he was executed. And the footprints, if you see the way they have done it, in a very brutal manner, it gives you a total, the printout of what Hamas has done on 7th October. So no doubt about it, this is an basically very lot similarity between what has happened on 7th October in Israel and what has happened now in India and Pahalgam.
We also know Israel's retaliation on Hamas for that matter. But what should India be doing at the moment? We are looking at patrolling being heightened at the border areas. We also know that intel is being questioned at the moment. We know that there is a strict advisory for the people living in the border states at the moment. What exactly are we preparing for?
The point is very rightly you said that what did Israel did? Israel basically launched a full-fledged attack on Hamas, and they have gone in Gaza and they are still going on. They are eliminating Hamas leaders, Hamas. No doubt, in the same way, we also now need to do operation against these terrorists which are in POK. We have got a multi-pronged strategy. It is in threefold. One is first a diplomatic action, which has been already taken and which is in the process of being taken now, is basically environment shaping and also trying to tell to the whole world as to how Pakistan is involved in terrorism. And I'm sure the whole world is with us. The second thing, the economic, which we have already started off in a big way. The most important out of that is Indus Water Treaty has been held in abeyance, and its impact will known to the Pakistan in this coming summer when we'll find the shortage of water, and during the monsoon they will find that water will be released in their rivers far more than their capacity. And also, we are not going to give them any information about these rivers, which are the basically the eastern rivers where Indus, Jhelum, and Chenab. No, so this is one economic. Many other economic actions have been taken, and now the third one will be a kinetic action, which is basically a military operation which will be conducted in time to come, and that is going to make a tremendous impact. Remember that after Uri, we had a surgical strike where we have gotten and also killed almost 40 to 50 terrorists. And then after Pulwama, there was a Balakot where we had an air strike where more than 400 terrorists were killed in Jaise Mohammed training camp. Now this can't be the same thing. It has to be bigger because Prime Minister had made it very clear that this time it's not the terrorists only. It is those who are basically training them and financing them and motivating and sending them to India. Basically, the hint is toward Pakistan Army and ISI. So you will find it this time, the action will be much, much higher, and you will find it, this will affect Pakistan Army and also Pakistan ISI. What will it be, where it will be, and when it will be, it all depends in time to come. That will be decided by the government and the military, but it is going to be a very, very strong response so that the Pakistan realize it in future. If they resort to such type of activity, India is going to come very harsh on that.
Right. Major General Sivaj, also I need to understand from you, all right, we can have the preparations for cross-border military action, but what about those who are living inside Indian borders and conspiring continuously, in fact, at several instances with such infiltrators, with such elements, are giving them the intel reports, giving them the intel information, because let's face it, a proper recce was done, they stayed here in Indian premises for a couple of days and they were supported by the locals.
Absolutely. See, the fish can't exist without water, and the terrorists cannot exist without the local support. There is no doubt what you said. There are overground workers and sleeper cell still working in Jammu and Kashmir. They are the one which gave them a shelter. They give them logistic and also provide them intelligence. That as far as this Pahalgam incident is concerned, as per the intelligence agencies, 3 to 4 times the recce was conducted of that area. So therefore, there is no denying the fact that all this OGWs and sleeper cell has to be also targeted. The beginning has been already done. Almost 1,500 has been rounded up. And those terrorist houses which are there, known terrorists which are either here or in POK, their houses have been also destroyed. Because you can't have cake and eat it too. You know it that these terrorists are the one which are creating problem for India. So their houses have to be targeted and their family member has to send a message. You exactly know that your son has become a terrorist. You are neither informed and you are making use of his terrorism. So you need to be also punished. So I suppose what you are saying is that basically now the government is coming very harsh on OGW, sleeper cell, and anyone who is involved in terrorist activity. I'm sure this is also going to make an impact. So multi-pronged strategy is the key, and this is what India is now following it. That we have already shaped the environment. We have done economic, we have done political, we have done diplomatic. Now the whole country is waiting for a kinetic, a military operation, which will be very robust, very strong, and Pakistan will remember in time to come. Remember, they have been giving that Pakistan is a nuclear country, and they will not hesitate to use a tactical nuclear weapon. But let me remind them that nuclear weapons are not weapons of war. They are weapons of deterrence. They are not toys of the children. So they must remember that India, though do not have this uh, first use option, but then India has a capability of a second strike, and which is very, very, you can say, robust and very, very effective. So, in case if they make a mistake of using a tactical nuclear weapon, we are a triad. We can fire a nuclear weapon from earth, from ground, from air, from sea, from under the sea. So they will not know what has hit them. Pakistan will be removed from the map of the world in case they make a mistake of using a tactical nuclear weapon, because then we can then totally punish Pakistan with the second strike capability.
Right. Major General, while we are speaking about all of that and what should be India's response, can we not question the failure on our part as well? Because since we have spoken about how this meeting was held by the Hamas's leader there in Pakistan, it happened a couple of days ago, right before the Pahalgam terrorist attack. We also know what outrightly in the public domain Asim Munir had spoken. Despite all of that, all the threats coming in our way, all the alarm bells ringing, why did we not increase the security around the border areas?
You know, one thing we must remember that 100 times you may preempt all these strikes. That is not known because that becomes not a news. But once you fail and the terrorists succeed, obviously it becomes a news. But certainly, I do agree with you that once this incident had taken place, there is an intelligence failure and we need to learn a lesson. But that must be investigated, and we should find out what were the lacunas, flaws, and we should take a remedial measure. But as on today, the focus should be now how do we punish Pakistan more importantly. Now, remember that as far as counter infiltration grid and counter terrorism grid is concerned, both are very robust on line of control, but thinking that there will be a zero infiltration, that is not possible. I commanded a brigade on line of control in Machar sector in Kupara. You will find it that infiltration do take place. That's why you have a multi-tier. And at the same time, there is a counter-terrorism grid established by Indian Army and Rashtra Rifle. But certainly, there is an intelligence failure, there is a security for why could not we appreciate that once the tourists have been allowed in the higher reaches of Pahalgaon in Baisran, why there were no police picket, why there were no security forces there. So I agree with you. There are some failures, and I'm sure the government is going to investigate, and those who are guilty for that, they will be punished. But as on today, the focus should not be on this. The focus should be what should be an action which we must take. See, remember one thing: we are trying to find a solution within ourselves, within Kashmir. But the solution is not here. The problem is existing across in POK, in Pakistan, because they are the one which are training, motivating, and sending these terrorists. You kill 100, they will send another 100. So until unless you don't punish Pakistan Army, Pakistan ISI, and Pakistan government has to be made aware that if they keep on indulging in this terrorist activity, then India can go to any extent. I think that fear has to be instilled in that. And I suppose it looks like that Pakistan, as on today, not only in denial mode that they are saying false flag, operation, but they are also very much afraid. There is a panic button which is there in POK. All the journals and top politicians and bureaucrats, they have already sent their families from Pakistan. The number of resignation in Pakistan army is increased threefold. So there are panic, and they will now face the music. They will face the consequences. But I do agree that we will take a corrective measures, and investigation should be carried out, and any intelligence or security failure must be taken care of.